A slideshow, or slideshow, is a presentation of a series of still images, slides, on a projection screen or electronic display device, typically in a prearranged sequence. The changes may be automatic and at regular intervals, or they may be manually controlled by a presenter or the viewer. Slideshows originally consisted of a series of individual photographic slides projected onto a screen with a slide projector, as opposed to the video or computer-based visual equivalent, in which the slides are not individual physical objects. A slideshow may be a presentation of images purely for their own visual interest or artistic value, sometimes unaccompanied by description or text, or it may be used to clarify or reinforce information, ideas, comments, solutions, or suggestions which are presented verbally. Slideshows are sometimes still conducted by a presenter using an apparatus such as a carousel slide projector or an overhead projector, but now the use of an electronic video display device and a computer running presentation software is typical. Slideshows had their beginnings in the 1600s, when hand-painted images on glass were first projected onto a wall with a magic lantern. By the late 1700s, showmen were using magic lanterns to thrill audiences with seemingly supernatural apparitions in a popular form of entertainment called a phantasmagoria. Sunlight, candles and oil lamps were the only available light sources. The development of new, much brighter artificial light sources opened up a world of practical applications for image projection. In the 1800s, a series of hand-painted glass lantern slides was sometimes projected to illustrate storytelling or a lecture. Widespread and varied uses for amusement and education evolved throughout the century. By 1900, photographic images on glass had replaced hand-painted images, but the black and white photographs were sometimes hand-colored with transparent dyes. The production of lantern slides had become a considerable industry, with dimensions standardized at 3.25 inches high by 4 inches wide in the US and 3.25 inches square in the UK and much of Europe. Magic lantern shows also served as a form of home entertainment and were especially popular with children. They continued to have a place among commercial public amusements even after the coming of projected moving pictures. Between films, early movie theaters often featured illustrated songs, which were community sing-alongs with the lyrics and illustrations provided by a series of projected lantern slides. Theaters also used their lanterns to project advertising slides and messages such as "Ladies, kindly remove your hats." After 35mm Kodachrome color film was introduced in 1936, a new standard 2x2-inch, 5x5 cm, miniature lantern slide format was created to better suit the very small transparencies the film produced. In advertising, the antique magic lantern terminology was streamlined, so that the framed pieces of film were simply slides and the lantern used to project them was a slide projector. Home slide shows were a relatively common phenomenon in middle-class American homes during the 1950s and 1960s. An image on 35mm film mounted in a 2x2-inch, 5x5 cm, metal, card, or plastic frame is still by far the most common photographic slide format. Uses. A well-organized slideshow allows a presenter to fit visual images to an oral presentation. The old adage "a picture is worth 1,000 words" holds true, in that a single image can save a presenter from speaking a paragraph of descriptive details. As with any public speaking or lecturing, a certain amount of talent, experience, and rehearsal is required to make a successful slideshow presentation. Presentation software is most commonly used in the business world, where millions of presentations are created daily. Another very important area where it is used is for instructional purposes, usually with the intention of creating a dynamic, audiovisual presentation. The relevant points to the entire presentation are put on slides, and accompany a spoken monologue. Slideshows have artistic uses as well, such as being used as a screensaver, or to provide dynamic imagery for a museum presentation, for example, or in installation art. David Byrne, among others, has created PowerPoint art. Slideshows have also been used for creating animations and games. In art. Since the late 1960s, visual artists have used slideshows in museums and galleries as a device, either for presenting specific information about an action or research or as a phenomenological form in itself. According to the introduction of slideshow, an exhibition organized at the Baltimore Museum of Art, through the simple technology of the slide projector and 35mm color transparency, artists discovered a tool that enabled the transformation of space through the magnification of projected pictures, texts, and images. Although some artists have not necessarily used 35mm or color slides, and some, such as Robert Barry, have even abandoned images for texts, 35mm color film slides are most commonly used. The images are sometimes accompanied by written text, either in the same slide or as an intertitle. Some artists, such as James Coleman and Robert Smithson, have used a voiceover with their slide presentations. Slideshows have also been used by artists who use other media such as painting and sculpture to present their work publicly. In recent years there has been a growing use of the slideshow by a younger generation of artists. The non-profit organization Slide Luck Pot Show holds slideshow events globally, featuring works by amateur and professional artists, photographers, and gallerists. Participants in the event bring food, potluck style, and have a social dinner before the slideshow begins. Other known artists who have used slideshows in their work include Bass Jan Ader, Francis Allies, Jan Dibbets, Dan Graham, Rodney Graham, Nan Golden, Louise Lawler, Anna Mendieta, Jonathan Monk, Dennis Oppenheim, Alan Sikula, Carrie Young, and Christoph Wadisco. Digital photo slideshows can be custom-made for clients from their photos, music, wedding invitations, birth announcements, or virtually any other scannable documents. Some producers call the resulting DVDs the new photo montage. Slideshows can be created not only on DVD, but also in HD video formats and as executable computer files. Photo slideshow software has made it easy to create electronic digital slideshows, eliminating the need for expensive color reversal film and requiring only a digital camera and computer. Photo slideshow software often provides more options than simply showing the pictures. It is possible to add transitions, pan and zoom effects, video clips, background music, narration, captions, etc. By using computer software, one therefore has the ability to enhance the presentation in a way that is not otherwise practical. The finished slideshow can then be burned to a DVD, for use as a gift or for archiving, and later viewed using an ordinary DVD player. Web-based slideshow. A web-based slideshow is a slideshow which can be played, viewed or presented, using a web browser. Some web-based slideshows are generated from presentation software and may be difficult to change, usually unintentionally so. Others offer templates allowing the slideshow to be easily edited and changed. Compared to a fully fledged presentation program, the web-based slideshows are usually limited in features. A web-based slideshow is typically generated to or authored in HTML, JavaScript, and CSS code files. Purpose. Slideshows are used for a variety of purposes, including presentations in business, education, and personal use, such as displaying family photos. Format. They can be created using dedicated software like PowerPoint or Google Slides, or online tools like Canva. Content. Slideshows can contain a variety of elements including images, photographs, illustrations, or other visuals. Text, titles, headings, bullet points, and detailed information. Multimedia, audio, video, animations, and interactive elements. Presentation. Slideshows can be presented in several ways: full screen display, projected on a screen, displayed on an electronic device, embedded on a website. Customization. Slideshows can be customized with different themes, layouts, and transition effects. Accessibility. Consider accessibility when creating slideshows, such as using sufficient color contrast and alternative text for images. Slideshows are digital photo galleries where any number of photos or graphics are strung together in a presentation. If music and / or a recorded audio commentary is added, they are then described as audio slideshows. Slideshows allow users to prepare a montage of photos or other images and present them online in a digital format. Any number of images can be linked together to be accessed automatically or via repeated mouse clicks. A slideshow is different from a standard video format in that all images are static, rather than moving, and therefore clearly identifiable. Slideshows are frequently accompanied by music or commentary and published as an audio slideshow. In addition, many programs can be used to create slideshows with a broad range of design options, including effects, different transitions, or image editing features. To make a slideshow, users will need a selection of images which can then be edited using various tools and arranged in a chosen time sequence. Many of these tools function rather like video editing programs. A timeline allows different images to be positioned in the right place and also determines the respective duration of each image. Then, the required transitions between the images are defined. Some may have a soft, smooth transition while others may be more animated. Many programs used to create photo galleries also include image optimization features. These include color and cropping tools which can be deployed to color match and crop your photo images as appropriate. In addition, there will often be filter and zoom effects which can be used to highlight particular images or a selected area of an individual image. With most programs, users can also import audio files and paste them into the timeline, allowing the creation of slideshows accompanied by music or by an audio commentary. Finally, the finished image can be previewed, in a video format, and, if all is satisfactory, will then be ready for release. Many content management systems also incorporate a function which allows integrated slideshows to be displayed automatically. This slider function can appear on the homepage or elsewhere on a website and is used to give visitors a visual overview of the variety of content available. To create a slideshow, website owners simply upload the selected images into their CMS. These will then activate and play on the right pages. A variety of tools can be used to create slideshows. In addition to fee-based programs such as Adobe Photoshop or the Shampoo Slideshow Studio, users will find a wide range of freeware very similar to the now obsolete Magic Slideshow Maker. Many website owners and web publishers use slideshows to showcase their content. Slideshows have established themselves as a fixed format alongside alternatives such as blog articles. However, photo galleries and slideshows have the advantage that they can present a broad range of stories and themes, and can often reach people more easily than texts. For example, many predominantly visual or emotional issues can be effectively displayed via a good slideshow, and many collections and presentations likewise lend themselves well to the slideshow format. Many online journalism sites use picture spreads to illuminate a subject in greater depth. Slideshows are often easier to produce than videos and are a convenient medium of expression for journalists who regard pictures as a standard format and use them to tell emotional stories. One of the best-known examples of a journalistic product where a slideshow plays an important role is the New York Times multimedia story Snowfall. Slideshows are also a popular format used in content marketing. They offer the opportunity to present helpful content visually, making it easier to explain complex issues. The SlideShare platform can be used for precisely this purpose and provides online users with a location to upload and share their slideshow material. Last but not least, many sites use slideshows to display their site content. Many website owners love to use the page display area to host slideshows with plenty of content and animation in order to attract more attention to their site and boost their SEO performance by presenting high-quality content. Slideshows are digital versions of a photographic slideshow, which are published online with or without audio. They are particularly useful for the visual presentation of content that may reach users more easily than text. A slideshow is generally less expensive to produce than a video. Both paid-for tools and freeware programs can be used to create slideshows. The slideshow format is commonly used in online journalism as well as in content marketing. Thank you for watching this video.